of the top teams in the country. How much does that prepare going into a national event like this, knowing that you guys can hang with some of those guys from like Iowa State and Iowa, Cornell?
You know, and that's one thing we did in the beginning of the year. We set our schedule so we could see the top teams in the country. Individually, we've matched up across the board with a lot of different teams and individuals. So our guys are ready. I mean, growing up, they've wrestled tough competition this past year, last year. We've seen top teams year in and year out, and they're going to be ready to compete in a lot of those schools.
Let's start with kind of about your coaching style, breaking the pace this season, and kind of easing on to it. How do you see that working?
Individual sports is huge. Even team sports peaking at the right time. It's something we've been focusing on over the last couple of years. I feel like our best wrestling has come late February, early March, and it's showing. When you get a guy like Lister who did what he did last year, a lot of our guys have competed well at the NCAA tournament. They've been young with experience. So now we've got some experience. These guys have been back there, and we just got to let them go out and wrestle and feel good.
Similar to last year, you seem to be peaking at the right time, coming off a strong showing at the CAAs. How much does last year's incredible run to the semis help you prepare for this year's championship?
Basically, I just know, what competition is out there. I've wrestled the best there is through coach and through last year's national run. So the thing is, I'm not going to take anybody lightly, and I'm just going out there and I'm going to try to pin everybody I wrestle. That's the name of the game.
Teammates talk to you about your NCAA success last year as an example of how anything is possible, and if so, what advice did you give them about winning matches at the NCAA tournament?
Our coaches bring it up, pretty often, not too much though. It just goes to show you that I get beat by some of the guys in the room, and I beat some of the guys in the room. Donnie Vinson, Matt Kaylor, the guys that are close to weight to me. We bang heads pretty consistently every day in the practice room, and if they're even with me and I did what I did, it gives them hope, and it's kind of like I broke the barrier, so to speak, of not the impossible, but it's little mental blocks that we all have in ourselves, and knowing that you can run with guys in practice that have done what you want to do, it makes you believe a little bit more in yourself and to beat the competition that's out there.
And it's your second year in a row now wrestling at the national tournament. How important is having gone through it last year coming up into the tournament this year?
It's helped out a lot. I think this year I know what to expect. Last year I didn't really know what to expect. Now that I've gone through it, I know what to expect, and I can go out there and accomplish my goals.
Your first round opponents, four-seeded Travis Rupp from Wisconsin, the same opponent you faced last year. What do you remember about the match, and what's your confidence level going into it?
I remember the match very well. I took a couple sloppy shots that I'm not going to do this time. I've been practicing my setups all year and my motion on my feet, and I think I'm going to take smart shots and I'll be able to take them down and win.
And how do you like your draw?
Draw's a draw. Everyone you're going to run into is going to be good, so draw doesn't really mean much to me. I'm going to take everybody the same.
Last year you were an at-large favorite to the tournament. This year you won the CAA title. Talk about the difference in that, kind of heading into the tournament on a high note.
It's definitely, for one, it's taking a lot of stress out, like waiting to see whether I'm going to get a bid and get in the tournament. So since the conference tournament, I know that going national, so it definitely helped with that. And also, it definitely helps my confidence ending the conference tournament with a win. So going to national just carried that feeling, that success into the tournament. So.
And how do you feel about your overall draw in your bracket and your chances of becoming an All-American?
Yeah, I mean, pretty sure wherever you're going to be drawing the tournament, you're going to have to beat good kids to play. So I definitely think I have a good opportunity with my draw to do some damage and definitely place in the tournament. So, yeah.
All right, so you return to the NCAAs. How are last year's experiences going to help you this year?
They're going to help a lot. I mean, just going there, seeing the crowds and everything like that, you get used to it. You know what to expect now. You know how the refs are going to call things. You know how, coaching style, you know how that's going to be. You know how you're going to wrestle, too.
And are your expectations any different this year than they were last year?
No, they're probably, I got higher expectations this year. So I feel like I can do it. I got a lot of confidence in myself. I mean, coming into the year, I had an injury in the beginning of the year that went away. And now I feel like I'm perfectly healthy right now. I'm ready for the season. Ready for the end of the year.
And how do you like your draw? How do you see yourself going into it?
I mean, just take a match at a time, and you can't really fight that. Like the draw I was given. And you got to deal the hand you were dealt. So I'm ready for it.
All right. Thanks a lot, Anwar.